Hey there, Mark Satterfield here. Hope you are doing well, and a happy Mother's Day to everyone. A shout out to all the moms out there for all the great work that you do. My mom passed away a number of years ago, but boy, she was terrific. I look back and it's interesting. We sometimes have these conversations of, about, who do you take after the most, your mom or your dad? And I can certainly see aspects of myself in both of them. But boy, my mom sure had the, I think, overwhelming influence on me, especially especially when I was growing up. But today, just wanted to chat with you briefly about marketing to the affluent in the sense of how do we get them to pay attention to us. One of the struggles that we have, and I've struggled with this as much as anyone, is how to get them to pay attention to us. How do we break out of that middle of the bell-shaped curve? So let me share with you, a couple of thoughts that may be helpful. One, when we're marketing to new people, the generally accepted idea, when we go back to all the great copywriters in terms of Caples and Schwartz and Ogilvy, is that if the people don't know us, if we don't have a relationship with them already, what we need to do is focus on the problem rather than lead with our solution. And that's a rather profound idea that took me a long time to kind of get my arms wrapped around it, because I was a person who for many years was leading with, here's what I got and this is the reason why you should buy it. And I'm reasonably good at figuring out what are the features, what are the benefits, and communicating that. And that kind of message works well when people know who you are, when people are aware of you and your services. That kind of feature focused message really does work well. But when they don't know you, which is in most of the cases what we're doing when we're marketing to the affluent, that kind of thing just is met with a whole bunch of skepticism. And this is especially true when we're marketing to the wealthy. So, what do we want to do? Well, you want to focus and lead with the problem. And what by leading with the problem and showing that you understand the problem, that gives you a certain amount of, or creates a certain amount of empathy that on the behalf of the person that you're communicating with. And getting that empathy, working on building that empathy, is key to getting them to stop and at least give your message a quick once over. So one thing to think about is, instead of talking about your solution, think about talking about the problem. So, for example, I've got a lot of financial advisors in my community, and one of the issues that they face is, how can I communicate in a way that is compliant? Because I can't make claims about what your returns are going to be, and my thinking is that's okay, because what you really want to focus on are what are the problems that the people face. Running out of money for retirement, not being able to send their grandkids to college. What are the problems, the issues? What are the things that really keep them awake at night? And that's what you want to lead with. That's your proverbial sharp tip of the sword. So that's one thing to think of. The second thing is to communicate what you do in your authentic voice in a way that people haven't heard it before. Allowing yourself to communicate your message in a way where, you're just really not giving a damn whether people like you or not. And again, this was something that, I really struggled with for many years. I would create marketing pieces that was more focused on not alienating anyone, than it was on really trying to attract the kinds of people that I most wanted to do business with. And of course, I've gone, completely, the opposite way. If you've been a follower of mine for any length of time, if you've been on any of my websites, you see that my tagline is sell shit to rich people. Now, that doesn't mean sell crap to wealthy people. I mean, you know that, I know that. But really what this does is, that fundamentally distills what I do, which is I teach people how to sell shit to rich people. And that breaks through the clutter. Now, I'm not saying you use profanity. I'm not saying that what I'm doing should work for you, but you want to have something that is in your authentic voice, something that isn't being heard, time and time and time again. And that's a fundamental truth for any kind of marketing, but it's particularly important if you are marketing to the wealthy because, hey, look, we both know they've heard most everything multiple times. So I elaborate more on this, particularly the second point in the newsletter that I wrote yesterday, which if you haven't had a chance, I encourage you to take a look at it. And I put a link somewhere that's easy to find where you're watching this video. So again, hope everyone's having a great Mother's Day, and hope this gives you some good food for thought. So this is Mark Satterfield. Bye for now.